Hello, everybody. Welcome to the special edition of On the Line. I'm Olivia Ekpone with MileSplit, and I have two amazing young ladies joining me in studio. We have Autumn Wilson to my left, Hali Murphy is to my right, and they should look very familiar to you. They both run for St. Dominic Savio Catholic High School. Also, they compete for Leander's Spartans Track Club. Autumn, to my left, is a two-time TAPS state champion in the 100 meters and the 200 meters. Last season at the NSAF USA Meet Champion, she won the 100 and the 200. She was second at the AAU Junior Olympic Games in the 100 meters, and she was third at the Adidas Indoor Nationals in the 60 meters and second in the 200. And Hali, same thing, TAPS champion in the 400 meters, second at the AAU Junior Olympic Games in the 400 meters. They have a long resume, and we have a lot of things to dive into. But ladies, thank you so much for joining me in studio today.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
So today is a very special day for the both of them, but before we dive into everything, I want to talk about your high school career as a whole. So Autumn, I'm going to pass it off to you, and then Hali, we'll chat a little bit more. But if you could summarize your high school career in one word, what would it be and why?
Probably successful. I'm just really grateful that I've had such a good high school career. Freshman year, I wasn't necessarily at the top. I was for school, but as far as like summer track and everything, I was still working my way up. And then sophomore year, we had COVID, and that indoor season kind of changed the whole recruiting process for me. I hit some pretty good times indoors, and so that was really exciting. And then my junior year, again, I just improved upon those times. And I'm excited for this year to see what I'm going to do. Yeah,
this is your senior year. So many great things to kind of look forward to. And Hali, how about you? How would you describe your high school career?
I'd say blessed. There's been ups and downs. Freshman year, I thought I did a pretty good job with my season. COVID hit again sophomore year, and it impacted a bit of our junior season too. But I came back and worked hard, dropped my times, especially junior season. And I'm excited for what holds senior season.
Now, you two both kind of mentioned, like, I don't want to say a struggle, but you guys had to overcome adversity and a lot of challenges. And I know, Hali, you were also battling through some injuries, and blessed is a really great word to describe your season. Throughout all of that, what would you say was, like, the most memorable moment that you've had so far your season? Like, just throughout your high school career?
Yeah, I'd say Brooks PR. That was a pretty exciting meet. Got my PR for my 400 there. Met a lot of great people. It was really cool.
Yeah. And Autumn, how about for you?
I would probably also say Brooks. That was a really impactful meet. Not only did I get to compete against really great people, but I got to get to know some of those people as well, not just as my competitors, but as people. So that was really amazing. And then probably Virginia Showcase indoors.
Yes.
That was a really good meet for me. I ended up getting the U.S. #1 time for the 55, and so I was really excited about that.
Yeah, that was a really great meet. I remember being there in person, and your whole entire emotion throughout the race, and actually at the end, it was just so priceless. You two have been very close. You guys have been training together since the beginning, from freshman all the way through senior year. What would you say is like the highlight? Like, what was that memory for both of you that you guys can remember that you guys will cherish through the rest of your lives? And Autumn, I'll start with you.
This didn't necessarily happen in high school, but whenever we first met in 8th grade, I remember my dad wanted Hali to run on the Spartans with us because he saw her run at a middle school meet, and he's like, we have to have her. And so I remember going up to her and being like, hi, like introducing myself, even though I had to go run against her like in a few minutes. I was like, hey, how are you? My dad wants you to come run on our team. It was super awkward, but the friendship that we developed afterwards is priceless.
Yeah.
So.
Hali, how about for you?
Yeah, I remember that meeting clearly. I'd say I was like, oh, who is this girl? Like, I just moved to Texas from Arizona, so I was kind of new to the whole thing. And I was like, oh, she seems a little scary. But, I got to meet her, and over that summer, we just clicked, and, you know the story from there.
Yeah. And Autumn, how does it feel to be having that coach-athlete relationship with your father? Because I feel like it's rare, but it's not rare. But you guys have that special bond, and your dad has always been with you every step of the way. So how does it feel to have him, just knowing that this is literally your last lap, and pretty soon you're going to be making big moves?
It's amazing. He's been an amazing coach and father, and he he separates them well. He doesn't bring too much of the emotion that comes with being a father into his coaching, and he knows when to like take a step back and when to push me. And so I've been really blessed to have him as my coach and my dad.
So love that. Love that. Okay, y'all. So we are here, as I mentioned before, this is a very special day, and we're going to start talking about commitments. And I've been super excited. I'm like, don't say anything until we're in studio. But Autumn, let's talk about you really quick. Before you make this huge announcement, let's talk about those top 5 schools, because you two both had very similar schools, but also kind of different at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so my top 5 were USC, Georgia, UT, Florida, Stanford. And I think I was really, really blessed to get to go to 3 of those visits. And me and Haley actually went to the USC visit together. Mm-hmm. But that top 5 list, we didn't come up with together or anything. It just happened to work out that 4 of those 5 schools were the same for us.
Yeah.
So.
And Haley, yours was a little bit different but similar. What were your top 5 schools that you were kind of curious about?
Yeah, so I went to Harvard, Florida, USC, Georgia, and then UT, but I went to 4 for those first 4, yeah.
Awesome. And I've noticed on your Instagram, I caught it. I was like, you have a poll going on, and you were like, you put out your top 5, and you're like, okay, guys, where do you think I'm committing to? So before we dive into that, how accurate were your followers? How well did they know you?
I would say they know me pretty well.
Pretty well?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys, since we covered all the bases, I'm literally sitting at the edge of my seat right now, waiting to hear where this next chapter is going to take you. You guys are on this relay. You're anchoring it at home. So where have you guys decided to commit to the next 4 years with your academic and athletic career? Autumn, where are you going?
Well, we're actually going to announce it together.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, this is awesome. We're the hats. Georgia! Awesome!
Yeah.
Congratulations to the both of you.
Thank you.
Wow, the dynamic duo. And it continues. Oh my gosh, I bet your father's just like super excited. The dynamic duo going to Georgia. Okay, so talk to me, Autumn. What kind of separated Georgia from the rest of the other schools that you were kind of looking into?
I would say the amount that the coaches corresponded with me. All of the schools that I was talking to, they talk to me relatively frequently, but Georgia, they just and everyone on the coaching staff, Coach Hill, Coach West, Coach Carroll, they would call me and text me pretty frequently. So I just feel like I developed a better relationship with them. And all of the coaches at all the schools were amazing, but I just kind of felt like Georgia really felt like home when I visited too.
Yeah. That's awesome. Haley, how about for you?
Yeah, so I mean, as you know, Coach Carroll's history.
Yes. We were going to dive right into that, but go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
I love winning. I don't really like losing. I guess the opportunity to help Carroll start the program at Georgia. And then the vibe of the campus was really homey, so.
Yeah. And let's talk about Coach Carroll for a little bit, because I've had a chance to get to know her over the last several years. I remember running against USC when I was at Texas A&M, and that powerhouse, the fact that she was able to produce so many amazing top athletes was incredible. So how does it feel to be kind of starting this new era for her? Like, how does it feel to be a part of that group and to just see where Georgia can go from there?
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. I'm really excited, where it's going to lead us. Yeah.
And Autumn, what are you the most excited for? Are you excited that Haley's kind of coming with you? You two, the dynamic duo is not being separated. I was like, oh gosh.
Yes.
When I was seeing that you guys were thinking about similar schools, but there was one, I was like, oh gosh, this can go either way. But the dynamic duo is staying intact.
Yes, I'm super excited about that part. We weren't trying to affect each other's decision. We wanted to make it on our own, but it just happened to work out that we both felt like Georgia was home. So.
And Haley Tate also just verbally committed to Georgia. So you guys are really starting to put the sprinters together, and she's a really strong athlete also in Texas. So how does it feel to have 3 strong Texas athletes kind of making their charge to Georgia now?
It's amazing. And I actually got the chance to get to know her a little bit better on my recruiting visit to Georgia. We have this little group chat going on, so we talk pretty frequently.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah.
That is so great. Okay, so do you guys know what you're majoring in yet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Haley, what are you majoring in?
Business, specifically entrepreneurship.
Awesome. That's great. Autumn, how about for you?
Exercise science and kinesiology.
That is fantastic. Awesome. Okay, so what is the very first thing that you're going to do when you step foot on Georgia's campus as a freshman next year?
That's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
Probably hit up one of the restaurants. We went to this one restaurant called Five something, but it was amazing.
Oh, really?
So I'll probably go back there.
What did they have?
I had this burger there that was like,
Was it Five Guys?
no,
No?
it was like a local,
Oh, a local one. Okay.
yeah, but it was amazing. And they also had beignets,
Oh.
which not on the same level as like Louisiana, but pretty close.
Pretty
They were
close?
good. They were good.
How about you, Haley?
They've been sending some pictures of some sushi, so I'm a big fan of sushi.
Oh, man.
I want to visit the sushi.
So,
eat some sushi.
Autumn's getting burgers, Haley's getting sushi.
Sushi, yeah.
There we go. I love it. And as you guys are, you're about to wrap up your senior career, about to be taking those next steps to Georgia, what are you going to miss about Texas? What are you going to miss about the Lone Star State that you can't get in Georgia?
That's a good question. I'd say the warm weather.
Warm weather. Yes.
I'm a big fan of warm weather. My family lives here. The people I know,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
How about you, Autumn?
I would probably say my friends. I've lived here my whole life, and so Texas feels like home.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is just a chance to make another home in Georgia.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, ladies, congratulations. What an amazing, I was so happy to be a part of this. This is awesome. You guys had the matching hats and everything. The dynamic duo is staying intact. I was getting nervous, but I'm happy that we're all staying intact. But ladies, congratulations and best wishes to you as you start your senior year. Before we wrap up, what are some of those goals? And I know we've kind of talked about it briefly, but what are some of those goals that you're looking to achieve this final season for you?
Yeah, I think for indoor in that 60, I definitely want to run 7.3s more consistently and try to hit that 7.2 time. And then for the 200 indoors, I'm looking to run low 23s, probably like 23.3. And for outdoor, my 100, just keep on getting the time down around 11.1. And my 200, I'm hoping to try to run 22. That's the goal for high school.
There we go.
So yeah, we'll see.
I love that. Haley, how about for you? What are those last minute bucket list things that you need to check off before you go to Georgia?
Yeah. Indoor, 53 maybe. Want to get faster. Start, I guess, doing the shorter sprints. I've done a few. I need to do more. Outdoor, I don't need to get injured again. 52. I want to go 52 this year. Do the 100 and 200 more frequently. Get those times down and
Awesome.
win.
And win. I love it. I love it. Well, ladies, congratulations. Wishing you all the best as you wrap up your senior year and taking those very first steps in Georgia. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.